Collected a massive parlay at 10 odds, let's break it down. First match, Mallorca vs Oviedo, and here I found a really juicy pick at 2.1 odds. And now I'll explain exactly why. In this game I honestly think people are massively overrating the lead position of the visitors because Oviedo mentally already looked down with the season. The team is relegated, motivation is basically gone, and their football in recent rounds looked extremely poor. Just 2 points in 6 matches already tells you the squad is simply finishing the campaign on autopilot. But the biggest issue is how badly the attack collapsed. Only 2 goals scored across 6 rounds. That's a disaster. And now Venus misses the match as well, and he's the team's top scorer. So Oviedo already had huge attacking problems, and now they become even worse. Against that backdrop, Mallorca looked extremely fired up. Yeah, the situation for the hosts is difficult because even a win doesn't fully guarantee survival. But these are exactly the kinds of matches where teams suddenly find extra motivation. They simply need to do their job and hope rivals drop points elsewhere. And judging by the malicious comments, the team is genuinely ready to fight for this result until the final whistle. Most important, Mallorca have actually been very strong at home lately. 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 home rounds is an excellent record for a side fighting relegation all season long. And what really matters is that they suddenly started looking much more confident offensively. Averaging 1.8 goals per game during that stretch is a completely different level compared to earlier in the year. Even the 2-1 win over Real Madrid says a lot. Sure, Madrid weren't at their absolute best, but that game still showed how aggressively Mallorca can play at home when they feel the support of the crowd. And right now, the atmosphere at Son Moix is going to be insane. This is literally the match of the season for them. Meanwhile, Oviedo away from home lately have completely fallen apart. 10 goals conceded in 5 away matches is the worst number among teams still trying to keep at least some dignity at the end of the campaign. And they constantly get dragged into open games that end terribly for them, especially against motivated opponents. Levante casually put 4 goals past them. Guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post match analysis daily and always try to keep my subscribers informed. I also genuinely appreciate reasonable criticism and well-argued picks in the comments. I always read them. Guys, here's my Telegram and my stats. I work as transparently and honestly as possible. I even pay taxes as an individual entrepreneur. I am one of the few in this space who actually works openly and fairly. The link is in the description below. And honestly, this game feels very similar. Mallorca will only play for the win. They will not sit back, will not wait for mistakes, and definitely will not play cautiously. They need 3 points at any cost, preferably in convincing fashion, so they don't regret missed opportunities after all. Plus, Miriti is available, and that's a massive factor for the hosts. Half the team's goals basically come through him. Against a defense as weak as Oviedo's, he should get plenty of chances. But at the same time, I'm not expecting some crazy total here. To me, this feels more like a controlled home win than a wild shootout. Oviedo currently look extremely poor going forward. Even if they score, it will probably come from a random moment or a set piece. The main pressure will absolutely come from Mallorca. That's why I really like the angle through a home result with a moderate total. For the parlay, I'm taking 1x plus over 1.5 goals because it's honestly hard to imagine Mallorca dropping points in match like this while also failing to score. And for the crazy parlay, I'm taking Mallorca to win plus under 3.5 goals at 2.1 odds. Second match, Real Madrid vs Athletic Bilbao, and here our aggressive point sits at 2.4 odds. And now I'll explain very clearly why I took exactly this pick. Honestly, I think many people are overestimating the intrigue of this game purely because of the names involved. Yeah, Athletic are always uncomfortable opponents, especially against Madrid. But if you focus specifically on current form and how both teams approach the end of the season, the picture actually looks pretty one-sided. I really like how Real Madrid under Arbiola became much more pragmatic and organized. That chaos they used to have is mostly gone now. Back then they could win 4-2 while also gifting opponents a million chances. Now the team feels calmer and much more reliable without the ball. Just 4 goals conceded in 6 matches is a really strong number. Most important, Madrid learned how to kill games when necessary. They no longer attack recklessly for 90 minutes, instead they simply control the match. And against the current Athletic side, that becomes especially important, because the Basque club look extremely weak offensively right now. Valverde's team clearly faded at the end of the season. Just one win in 5 rounds says a lot already, and the drop in scoring is even more noticeable. Roughly 1 goal per game lately is poor number for a side trying to fight for European football. Plus, Athletic have huge problems, specifically against top teams. They lost to Atletico, lost to Villarreal, and in both games it was obvious they simply couldn't handle the intensity and quality of the opposition. Now they also have important absences. Nico Williams is out, Sunset is doubtful. Those are the players providing creativity. Without them, Athletic become painfully predictable going forward. That's where the Santiago Bernabeu factor becomes huge. Historically, Athletic always struggled badly here. In 6 of the last 9 meetings in Madrid, the Basques failed to score entirely. And that's no coincidence. Real Madrid at home know how to shut down the wings and prevent Athletic from launching fast transitions. And when you combine that with Madrid's current defensive form, the visitors honestly don't look very dangerous offensively. At the same time, I'm not expecting some insane blowout. Quite the opposite. Madrid currently play very calculated football. They calmly score 1 or 2 goals and then simply control the rest of the match. Statistics support this too. Against mid-table and lower-table teams lately, Madrid average around 2 goals, but rarely turn games into wild shootouts. I think we will see something similar here, especially because the atmosphere will be emotional already. Carvalho's farewell, the final home match of the season, endless discussion about the club's future, and possible Mourinho arrival. All of that creates a situation where Madrid will probably want a confident professional win in front of their fans rather than a chaotic 6-goal spectacle. Athletic simply don't look capable of forcing an open battle right now, especially away from home. That's why I really love the combination of a lower total and confidence in the hosts. For the parlay, I'm taking under 4 goals because even with a Madrid win, this easily finishes 2-0, 2-1 or maybe 3-2 at most. And for the crazy parlay, I'm taking Real Madrid to win plus under 3.5 goals at 2.4 odds. I also broke down one more match as a single, but honestly it can easily be added into the parlay too. Valencia versus Barcelona, and here I'm taking what feels like a very reliable pick at 2.1 odds. And now I'll explain why I think this bet should land confident. Watching this matchup, I honestly feel like bookmakers and fans are focusing way too much on Valencia's motivation, while forgetting one very important thing. This Barcelona side, even without pressure and without needing points, continue playing like the season just started. That's very telling. After winning the title, many expected relaxation, but in reality, Flick's team continue playing with same intensity and attacking identity even in meaningless games. The 3-1 win over Betis showed that perfectly. People expected rotation, energy-saving football, and a calm performance. But instead, Barcelona created tons of chances again and scored 3 goals. And against that version of Barcelona, I seriously doubt Valencia can survive for a full 90 minutes. Yeah, the hosts definitely improved play. A couple months ago, they genuinely looked like a relegation candidate, but now they at least started consistently picking up points. 10 points in 5 rounds is a serious improvement. You can also clearly see the team became braver offensively. They attack more aggressively through the wings, finishing improved, and they finally started converting chances. But the problem is that almost all Valencia's strong performances came against teams allowing them to play direct football. Whenever they face teams dominating possession and moving quickly between the lines, huge problems begin. That happened against Atletico, against Celta, and even against Elche. Barcelona's style especially uncomfortable for the current Valencia side. The Catalans move the ball incredibly fast, constantly stretch defensive lines, and force defenders into positional mistakes. Valencia struggled massively with that. Plus, they had major squad issues. Gay is absent, Diakabi is absent, Gemert is out too, meaning the defense will once again be far from optimal. Against Barcelona's current attack, that could easily become a disaster, especially considering how the recent head-to-head history looks. These aren't just wins anymore. They are humiliations. An aggregate score of 18-1 across the last 3 meetings is absurd for a club of Valencia's status. And the biggest thing is that Barcelona currently look extremely comfortable, specifically against teams ranked around 6th to 10th place. 8 consecutive wins against that level of opposition isn't random. Flick said learned how to calmly dismantle mid-table teams through relentless attacking movement. I also like how Barcelona became more reliable defensively. Around 0.7 goals conceded per match lately is a very strong number. That's why I'm not expecting a crazy 4-4 style shootout here. For the parlay, I'm taking over 3 goals because both teams' account built around attacking football, while Barcelona themselves are capable of clearing this line almost all. And for the crazy parlay, I'm taking Barcelona over 2 team goals at 2.1 odds.